Kia ora. My name's Glenn Vickery and welcome to my YouTube channel Kiwi Bushcraft and Survival, and today we're going to be doing a basic unboxing of the CED brass dryer. Okay, there it is there, CED brass dryer. I've had this for quite some time, but I haven't got around to doing an unboxing of it or actually using it. So let's do that now. Okay, so it comes with a basic instruction manual. I'll probably have a quick read of that a bit later. And it comes with, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 trays, or 5 trays and a lid. Okay, see 3 trays you can see there. Okay, and then the base as well. Alright, let's pull this off. Okay, and one thing to note, that the power plug is, see if I can get this a bit closer to you. The power plug here is one of those ones. So I think that's maybe maybe United States of America or European, not quite sure. But for down here in New Zealand and Australia, that there will need to be changed. So I'll swap that out before I actually use it. You can get an adapter for it, but it's just as easy and better to swap it out. Yeah, so the top one here was the actual lid. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trays and the clear lid. Okay, so basically what this does is, really all it does is you put your brass in there that you've cleaned, and I've got some brass that I've just finished washing in the CED brass tumbler, which I must say awesome. But I haven't used this before. I've just been drying it out, hand drying it and drying it out in the hot water cupboard and whatnot, and we're just letting it just dry. Okay, air dry. But give this here a go. I think I've only probably got about 40 odd brass in there anyway, but no harm in trying, see how this goes. The other thing that this could probably be used quite well for is there's those sprout growing machines that grow sprouts and beans and things like that all year round. So one of these could probably actually do that. You don't need power to do it, but having it on power, setting it at a certain temperature, which this looks like it can do, you can see there. Alright, I haven't even had a look at this myself, and you can obviously set it to a specific temperature and time. So yeah, I'm looking forward to actually giving this a shot. So if it's in freezing cold temperatures and you can hook this up to something, yeah, you'll be able to create food from it. So for those survivalists out there, something to consider there. Alright, so looks pretty simple. Let's have a look. Anything else in the box? Okay, nothing else in the box. Alright, just the bits of cardboard and that in there. Alright, doesn't come with anything else. So let's have just a quick look. We've got our lid here. Alright, reasonably sort of solid, bit fragile, you know. I wouldn't want to, you'd want to be careful with all this, eh? Just be gentle with it, I'd say. Alright, here you have it here. Alright, it's all you know, so air can pass through it. again. Alright. And number 5, I think it is. And lastly is the actual, well, the heater part, okay. I'm not quite sure if it, I don't know if that's a fan underneath it there, or probably just to let a bit of heat out so it doesn't overheat. But, or whether it's got like a part in here, alright, I don't know if you can see that, whether just the heat comes out or whether there's a fan in there. I have no idea yet, until I read these instructions, which are just really basic, just a really basic book. You know, one A4 page, folded in half. Alright, so CED brass dryer. Okay, so that's about all we can do for this. I'll go and swap this out now, change it over to a 3-point plug for New Zealand, and we'll give it a crack. Okay, thanks for coming along. I'll see you shortly. Bye-bye. Okay, so I've just stripped the wire off the end. Okay, so basically I've cut it here, alright, and taken this piece here off. Okay, and we're left with, in this case, for the CD brass dryer, CED brass dryer, we've left with blue wire, okay, which is the neutral, and the brown wire, which is the live wire. Okay, now I'll carry on, and what I'm going to be doing is just connecting it to one of these plugs here. So I'll connect the brown to the live and the blue to the neutral on here. It doesn't have an earth, which is normally the green and yellow. But if you have a look at my, I've got another video on my channel called How to Convert an Electrical 2-prong plug into a 3-prong plug. Okay, so how to convert an electrical 2-prong plug, this is a 2-prong, into a 3-prong plug, which is here. Alright, and obviously if you're from a different country to this, you'll still be able to do the same thing with using that video from my channel. So that'll give you a more detailed thing about how to do it. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect these two up, and then we're going to fire it up. And when you do that, I take no responsibility when you do this sort of stuff, but it's pretty basic. You can't really go wrong. And if you follow my video that I just explained, I'll try and leave a link for it as well. For you, you can't go wrong, alright, when you're doing this. Alright, anyway, I'll be back shortly. So, that's all done now. We've got the, probably won't be able to see it very well, but we've got the blue wire here, the neutral, okay, is connected to the N, okay, for neutral. And just double check that, yeah, N for neutral. Alright, it's got a little N written on there. Alright, blue wire going to neutral. And the brown wire here, okay, don't know if you can see that. Got the brown wire in here, okay, I'll get that there. And that's going into the live, okay. So those are both being connected. And for this particular one, as I said, it doesn't have the earth, okay. But, hey, never mind. And then all we've got to do now is just screw this back into place. Should only go one way. Let's have a look. Yep. Alright. Screw these ones here in quickly. Oh, lovely. Let's see. Alright. The other one just happened to fall in a place that's going to be hard to get out. Yay. Put the other screw in. my tummy rumbling. Okay, just do these screws up a bit snug. Okay, and now we've exchanged it over from a 2-point to a 3-point plug. Alright, let's plug her in and see how she goes. Alright, where are we? Hopefully just don't blow up. Okay, you can hear it beep. Alright, hear that beep. Let's turn this around, heard it beep. That's a good sign. Didn't explode. Okay, let's go here. Alright, and so there we have it there. Okay, we've got the red light over here on. Try and zoom that in actually. Okay, alright, so you can see the red lights come on, and so she's working all good. Okay, and it's just a matter of putting the brass in. So basically, might be a little bit dark here, but come out a bit. So I've just been using the Dylan tumbler, which I might add is probably one of the best things I ever bought. Brilliant. Okay, and so this is just, I'm using this to, as you can see down in here, all the stainless steel pins from the CED brass tornado. Okay, that's what this gets out. Okay, and it does a brilliant job. Okay, a couple of minutes on this, you know, couple of 2, 3, 4 minutes, whatever. It'll get all your stainless steel pins out. Not a problem. Brilliant. All right, doesn't take very long. And now I'm going to take this brass that's in here. All right, as you can see here, it's probably about, I don't know, 30 cal 308 cases, and I'm going to throw those into the dryer now. All right, I'll just quickly read the instructions, and I'll get and I'll throw them in, and we'll go from there. Cheers. See you shortly. Okay, welcome back. All right, so I've had just a quick glance at the instructions manual. I'm going to load it from the bottom. It did say we should give the brass try and dry the brass out as much as possible prior to putting it in there. So what I'm doing is, you currently can't see this, I'm just grabbing the brass from out of the Dylan separator. Alright, and I'm just throwing it into a pillowcase here. Alright, it's all in the bottom of the pillowcase, and I'm just going to give that a bit of a, I don't know, just a bit of a thing around. Okay, just to try and give it a little bit of a drying out. Okay, so really, drying the outside of your brass is not too much of a biggie. That can be done no problem. It's the inside of the brass, and in where the primer goes is where you want it to be nice and dry and clean. Okay, and because obviously you don't want to be putting in a primer into a wet case, all right, and you definitely don't want to be putting your dry powder into a wet brass case. All right, so that should do it. Let's tip this out.
Are you recording?
Yeah. Okay, so don't know how much there is here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34. Okay, so when you put them on here, they shouldn't be stacked up on top of each other. They should be just all rolled out like they are now, okay, spread out. So you can have them all like that's no problem, okay, where they're all sort of stacked like this, okay, but not sort of on top of each other, okay. You can't have them all stacked like that. They've got to be singular like that, okay. So, but I've only got so many, so I'm only just going to do the this lot. So there's no sense me having these extra trays on. Hopefully this little should just fit onto there for the one. Right. Hopefully. Yep. Okay, yeah, that fits on. All goods. Right, let's crank it up and see how she goes. So basically, a couple of things. It works on degrees Celsius, but it's also got Fahrenheit written on here. I'll try and zoom this in a bit actually. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, so it's got Fahrenheit on the left, degrees Celsius on the right, and we do put the we turn it on. I think we do the temperature. Oh, it's got a temperature gauge there. Maybe I've got a two. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I can put the temperature up to, that's on 35 degrees Celsius at the moment. So push it once, it goes up to 41 degrees Celsius. Push it again. Not really going up again. Maybe it needs to heat up before it'll go up. Don't know. No, it's gone up to 46. Okay, so it must gradually go up as it heats up. Okay, as it heats up, it must gradually go up. I'll see if I can bring this down a bit so that you guys can see from a better angle. Yeah. Okay, so it's gone up to 46. Okay, and I'll see if I can push it again and see what it does. Hopefully it'll go up some more. Holding it in. No. Not sure. Okay, anyway, 46 degrees Celsius, that's plenty hot. What I'll probably do is just tittle around with it as it carries on and check the heat of it and whatnot. I don't know how long it's going to take. I better start timing it, and we'll catch up with you shortly. So we're back. Alright, so the temperature went up no problem. It went up to, when I let it warm up a little bit, I was able to push the plus button, okay, and it went up to 58 degrees Celsius, okay, and let it warm up a little bit more. I was able to push the plus button again, and it went up to 68 degrees Celsius. So it's been going now for about 53 minutes, so I thought we'll pop it open and see how they're going. Okay, so I'll take the lid off here and grab one out. Alright, let's bring it down over here. And what I've done, probably best to be wearing gloves at this time as well. Okay, so I've got a bit of paper here, a bit of A4 paper to try it on, and actually I'll just put that lid on for now, just in case they, you know, haven't dried out properly yet. This is just a trial, check it out. Alright, so I thought I'd like do this, just see if any water comes out. No water's coming out. We'll try the primer pocket. Again, no water. In there. Okay, it feels a bit cooler now. Alright, we'll try the I grabbed some toilet paper as well. Alright, so I can put some toilet paper down in there and just see if we can get any moisture. Okay, I'm in there. Dry as a bone. Alright, see that? Alright, dry as a bone. Nothing. Alright, and obviously the paper here, alright, just the marks where I was whacking it. Okay, just the marks there where I was whacking it. That's it, it's dry as a bone. Alright, that's after 55 minutes now. So yeah, pretty good. So there's the end result, the casing, brass casing. Alright, after going through the CED brass tornado cleaner or tumbler, okay, and going through the CED brass dryer, okay, 55 minutes, just under 50 minutes, and dry as a bone, so ready to reload. Although I've only done it with the one tray, I suspect it wouldn't be much difference. I went from, I did probably 41 degrees Celsius, then I went up to 46 degrees Celsius, and that was probably like that for around about 35 minutes. Popped it up to 58 degrees Celsius and then straight to 68 degrees Celsius for about another, I don't know, 15 minutes or so. Alright, and dry. Alright, not too bad. The other little thing you can do actually is you can actually just, you know, you can move them as well. You can give them a little bit of a move, alright, just to loosen them up a little bit, and not a problem. Okay. So I hope you've enjoyed, hope you've learned something from it, and oh, one last thing, when you turn it off, apparently, I haven't done this yet, first time, okay, when you turn it off, so I'll turn it off now, okay, yeah, she's off. Now, the fan, you can hear the fan still going. The fan will continue to go for about another 30 to 60 seconds. And that will cool down the heater. Okay, it'll cool down the heater, because you've got to remember it's been, you know, there's a lot of heat in there. So the fan will cool it down, and when it's cooled down, it'll shut down on its own. And at that time, we can then unplug, all right, the device. But don't unplug it until the fans had an opportunity to cool the machine down. Alright, otherwise you could burn out your heater, or could create a fire or anything. Okay, and you'll probably, you know, cut the life down on your machine. Let the fan do its job and cool it down. Okay, there you go, about 30 to 60 seconds. Alright, fan shuts down, it's telling you that you can now unplug, and of course now we can unplug. Alright, and the standby button, red button, goes out on the machine. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, and subscribe if you like, and we'll catch you on the next video. Thanks for coming along. Bye bye.